It's an interesting time for business. Tariff and trade policies are dynamic, supply chains are squeezed, and cash flow, it's tighter than ever. If your business can't adapt in real time, you are in a little bit of hurt. So how do you get full visibility and adapt in real time? Over 42,000 businesses trust NetSuite by Oracle, your AI-powered business management suite. It brings accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR all under one roof. NetSuite is the #1 cloud ERP for a reason. It's your single source of truth, giving you the data and control you need to move quickly. Real-time forecasting helps you move into the future with confidence, and with AI built in, you can automate the busy work and focus on strategy. NetSuite helps you see what's stuck, what it's costing you, and how to pivot fast. If I were running a business with a lot of moving parts, I'd use NetSuite for full control over everything. Tame the chaos with NetSuite. If your revenues are at least in the 7 figures, download the free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/SPI. That's netsuite.com/SPI. Most people do this wrong, and I've done it wrong for years. And when we figured out how to do it right, everything changed. How's that for a hook? Well, I'm just going to tell you up front the way that you're supposed to do it. When you create a piece of content, start with the title first. This is all long-form type of content. Blog posts, podcasts, videos, and I'm going to include emails. Social posts can work as well. However, this does not pertain or is not relevant to short-form video. Well, why not? Because short-form video, when you think about it, the first time a person sees your video is when your video is playing across a person's feed, when they swipe to it. And so what is important for short form? It is the first 2 seconds or how you set the tone or the story that you begin with. That is the hook in the beginning. But for these other pieces of content in email, you have your subject line. That's what people see first. A video, people see your title and thumbnail first. For a blog post, they're reading the title. And if the title does not intrigue them, it doesn't matter what you've written, even if it's the best thing in the world. The secret to success as a content creator for any long-form channel is to start with the title first. And it's so opposite the way that I've been doing and most people do it. I had been doing that since the beginning. Ever since I started blogging in 2008, it was write the blog post, figure out the title. Ever since I started writing emails in 2010, it was write the email, then figure out the subject line. But it makes sense to start with the title first, right? Because that's the first thing people see. That is the point of decision as to whether or not they should consume what it is that you have now to offer. It is so important. If there was one skill I could give all of you right now that you could instantly get better at to see immediate results in what it is that you create, it would be coming up with better titles or, again, subject lines. That first point of decision-making for a person is going to be the most important focus for your piece of content, not even the content itself. Like I said, you could have the best piece of content in the world unless you have good titles and thumbnails on your videos, unless you have a good subject line that stands out across the noise of all the other people trying to fight for that person's attention, then you're doomed. You have to stand out and you have to start with titles. It's such a counterintuitive approach because here's the thing. When you come up with a title, let's just stick in the realm of videos for now, but again, this still pertains to all those other platforms that I mentioned earlier, not short form. But when it comes to your video titles, for example, when you come up with a good one, a few things happen. You now know what the first few seconds of that video should be because you know what a person might be thinking psychologically when they read that title and what they're expecting to see and how you can connect that and keep people going. Same thing from an email subject line. That email subject line sets the tone. The first sentence in that email is going to either keep them or leave them, but they've opened it at that point. And when you come up with a title, this actually informs how you shape and create that content. Case in point, in my Pokemon channel, Deep Pocket Monster, I had a video idea. Everything starts with a seed idea. I'm not saying like you should start by just coming up with ideas for titles. Like things come up from different inspirations and sparks that you have here and there. But before you start writing, before you start recording or filming, you need to come up with a title because this informs the direction that you're going to go. So on my Pokemon channel, there was a seed idea that was inspired by a package that I received, some Pokemon cards, where the box was damaged. And I was pretty upset about it because my cards came back damaged inside as well. So I wanted to come up with a video. And the idea was, well, I'm just going to teach people how to package and ship their Pokemon cards so these things won't be damaged. So the initial title was How to Pack and Ship Your Pokemon Cards. But you'd have to be in a certain mindset to want to even click that video to watch it, right? If you weren't shipping cards at all, well, you didn't care about it. If you didn't care about Pokemon, you didn't care about it. And how important is that to people, especially just collectors who might only buy things and maybe even never ship things out? Sellers, maybe, but that wasn't even my target audience. So do I scrap that idea? No. I come up with a title that actually is intriguing. And I went through a couple dozen, and now we have tools like ChatGPT and Claude and other AI tools to help us through this brainstorming process. I didn't have access to this back then, so I was using other people, my producer, Dan, and other people in the Pokemon space. And I said, hey, I have this video idea, but I'm trying to come up with a title. Again, title first. That would be interesting. And here's what we came up with. Which shipping company damages my Pokemon cards the most? Now, in this video, I can still teach the exact same things, how one should be shipping their cards. But now the story is completely different. Now there's curiosity. And whether or not you care about shipping cards or even do that, you're still interested in the answer to this question. Which shipping company damages my cards the most? And of course, the thumbnail had a box that was dented on the side, and it had the logo for UPS, USPS, and FedEx. So the video now became a competition video between those three companies. And it allowed me to go, okay, let me get 3 of the same boxes, put 3 of the same kinds of cards in there, and wrap them all the same way. And this even inspired the idea to put an air tag in each of them, because I saw another YouTuber who had put an air tag in a package and sent it to North Korea. So again, pulling inspiration from other channels, but making it my own and putting it into this space that had never seen anything like that before. And this video blew up. It saw like 1 million views in 6 months, which was unheard of for a more educational type of video, because it wasn't just an educational video. It was entertaining. It was more wide-reaching. It cast a wider net for who would be even interested in watching this. And that all happened because I was thinking about the title first. Without thinking about an intriguing title that was worth filming, I wasn't able to understand how it should be filmed. It was just going to be a step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, do this. But I mean, I knew that wasn't going to work. So I started to think more deeply about the title, and that is where we ended up. Just 15 minutes is all you might need to brainstorm with other people, or again with AI, to come up with a title that could get you excited and could bring excitement to a person who may end up watching the video. It is the best use of your time as a content creator is to figure out, how can I get a person interested in this content in the first place? So start with the title. That's going to be my challenge to you. And if you were to leave now in this video, I would have given you kind of everything you would need as far as direction to already start seeing more immediate results. And like I said, the title can shape the video. In fact, choosing different titles can have you come up with several different video ideas, all stemming from one singular idea. So, title first. Try that out. Try that out with your emails. It will help you connect the story between what a person sees and what they expect, and then what you show them. So do that. Now, I could end the episode there, but I'm not going to do that, because I also want to give you some inspirational frameworks for titles and ideas and email subject lines, and again, things that you could think about to then insert your own spin or your own niche and product into it to help you out. So I'm going to give you 10 different titles that could be used in various kinds of ways, and you might need to adjust them a bit for your own stuff. But we're going to go through these 10 right now, these 10 frameworks. Framework number 1. The how-to promise. So here's the format. And you know what? We're going to have a download available where you can download this sheet. So let's go to smartpassiveincome.com/titles. Again, smartpassiveincome.com/titles. And that'll get you to a page where you can go and download this inside of our sort of compendium of other resources that you can get access to as well. A lot of people have been saying some great things about the resources that are there, and you can find this one there as well. And now that I'm doing this on the fly, I'm going to have to let my team know about that, but it should be pretty simple because I have these all written right in front of me, and I'm going to give them to you on a nice little PDF. So again, smartpassiveincome.com/titles for the 10 powerful title framework PDF file. So here is number 1, the how-to promise. And the format is this: how to achieve desired outcome without common pain point. So here's some examples. How to launch your first course without working 80-hour weeks. The achieve desired outcome is launching your first course without common pain point. Let's try another pain point in there. How to launch your first course without putting your face on camera. Because I know, again, because I've been in this space and I know about my audience, that a lot of people are afraid to put their face on camera. So here's how to do that. You can see how that can already start to capture people's attention. All right, let's try another one. How to grow your email list without spending $1 on ads. How to grow your email list without seeming like you're begging for subscribers. That's one I'm just kind of using the same framework, common pain point. Without feeling sleazy. How to sell and make lots of money without feeling sleazy, without looking like a slime ball. Again, I'm just going through the iterations. This is what you need to do. You need to take this framework and start plugging and playing. How to create viral content without sacrificing your brand values. That's a good one. Now, this works because it addresses both the aspiration, the dream, the what we want, plus the common obstacle. The content is the bridge between them. So that is the how-to promise, how to achieve desired outcome without blank, the pain point. All right, number 2, the numbered list. Now, a numbered list always works really well because people like to know how many of something and kind of, again, it expresses the desired outcome. But there's a missing component that most people have, and that is the adjective when it comes to the ways to do something. So here's the format. A number, and then an adjective, ways to achieve desired outcome. Now, I know when listening to this, it's hard to kind of place it, so these examples hopefully are going to be a little bit more helpful. 7 unexpected ways to double your productivity tomorrow. The unexpected part being the adjective, right? 5 proven strategies to turn followers into paying clients. Proven, kind of reinforcing that, helping it stand out a bit more. 9 simple tweaks to make your landing page convert 2 times better. I really like the double your productivity or 2 times better. Anything quantifiable there can work really, really well. 3 simple learning methods to save 5 hours a week. Something I might use if I was writing an email or something for Lean Learning, which is my book coming up. So this works because it's just clear expectations, promises, multiple solutions. A lot of people like to know that there are multiple choices, and it just feels more digestible and it's easier to scan or listen to, right? There's 7 of them, there's 5 of them. And yeah, odd numbers seem to work much better just for some reason. Test it yourself, though, to find out the answer for your audience. With running your own business, legal questions always come with the territory. Like, can I use this contract or agreement? What do I do if a client doesn't pay? Am I even structured the right way for taxes? Instead of Googling your way through legal landmines, imagine having a law firm ready to address your business's legal needs without the sticker shock. That's what you get with Legal Shield's small business plans. Legal Shield helps entrepreneurs access real legal help on contract reviews, collection letters, business formation guidance, and even help navigating IRS audits. Members can schedule consultations, upload documents through the app, and get support from a provider law firm that knows small business laws in your state. Plus, consultations on taxes or trademarks help you stay ahead of potential problems. And if a client is late on a payment, Legal Shield steps in with professional collection letters so you can protect your hard-earned revenue, all for a fraction of the price of hiring a lawyer on your own. Go to LegalShield.com/SPI or call 833-570-9980 to learn more and get big business legal support without a big business budget. That's LegalShield.com/SPI. Do you know the secret to businesses that are scaling faster than ever? They're using Upwork to tap into a diverse pool of skilled freelancers across various industries. With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more. Experts who are ready to help you take your business to the next level. I've personally used Upwork myself and can vouch for it. Posting a job on Upwork is easy. With no cost to join, you can register, browse freelancer profiles, get help drafting a job post, or even book a consultation. From there, you connect with freelancers that get you and can easily hire them to take your business to the next level. Upwork makes the entire process easier, simpler, and more affordable with industry-low fees. Post a job today and hire tomorrow with Upwork. Visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That is Upwork.com to post your job for free and connect with top talent ready to help you grow your business. That's Upwork.com. Again, Upwork.com. Okay, next. This one's one of my favorites. The curiosity gap. So here is the format. The blank or adjective secret to desired outcome that most people or experts don't talk about. So here's some examples. This is the curiosity gap. The counterintuitive secret to client retention that most agencies miss. The 5-minute habit for content creation that top creators don't share. The hidden psychology of pricing that business schools don't teach. So I love this because it's like, okay, you're positioning these things as expert level that are often hidden, right? It leverages that curiosity gap and the exclusivity of this information, right? I use a similar format for my subtitle of my book, Lean Learning, How to Achieve More by Learning Less. It doesn't include that expert part, which I really love, but what psychological experts don't share with everybody. Again, I'm just making this up as I go, and you have to do that. You got to get through the mess to get to the best. You got to be cringe before they binge. All right, number 4, the mistake alert. So here's the format. The number, adjective, mistakes killing your desired outcome, and how to fix them. So again, the mistakes alert. People definitely want to avoid making mistakes. It triggers loss aversion, right? We'd much rather not lose something than actually gain something. That's just human psychology, and we're playing on that here. So here is the format one more time. The number, adjective, mistakes killing your desired outcome, and how to fix them. So the 3 silent mistakes killing your social media reach and how to fix them. The 5 subtle funnel leaks costing you thousands and how to patch them fast. The 4 copywriting errors destroying your conversion rate, and the simple fixes. Man, those are really good. So make sure you download this PDF file so you can kind of just see it right there. So again, smartpassiveincome.com/titles. Number 5, the case study. How I, or name or client, achieved specific result in time frame using method. That's a mouthful, so let's go through the examples. How I generated $50K in 30 days using only LinkedIn content, right? The using method part, especially the only using method part, is really good there. How I generated $50,000 in 30 days using only LinkedIn content. How Jane scaled her coaching business to $30K per month using this 3-part email sequence. I want it. What is the 3-part email sequence? How our client tripled podcast downloads in 6 weeks with 0 paid promotion. That one's okay. The our client, I prefer not to use that kind of stuff, but how one customer tripled her podcast downloads in 6 weeks without paying $1. That one I feel works a little bit better than the example I had written down here. So what I love about this is it provides social proof. People online, often when you tell them something that in a way sounds a little bit too good to be true, using these proof points or case studies to support that, right, with specific results, it creates aspiration and suggests something that could be repeated or repeatable. All right, next, the contrarian view. The contrarian view. This is number 6 of 10. So why blank, or why common belief practice is actually negative outcome and what to do instead. This one also speaks to my subtitle for Lean Learning, How to Achieve More by Learning Less. But that one would be positioned, if it was exactly in this format, like why learning more is actually making you dumber. That's a great title. Oh my gosh. Definitely YouTube status there. Okay. Here are some examples. Why your content calendar is actually killing your creativity and what to do instead. Why most email automations fail and the relationship-first approach that works. Why growing your audience too fast can destroy your business and the sustainable alternative. And this works because it just, again, stands out from conventional wisdom. Everybody thinks this, but this is going in opposite direction. But it also positions you as a thought leader there. I've talked about this in previous episodes about building authority, having the sort of contrarian point of view with backed evidence. That evidence is really important. It definitely positions you as a thought leader for sure. All right, next, the future prediction. Predictions are also great, especially with backed evidence. And when you hit these predictions, it definitely plus ones what you've spoken about and increases your authority. You got to be careful with the predictions, though, because if you're way off, it can come back. I had caught wind of some political-related predictions before the most recent election, and those people sort of dropped off the face of the earth for not so great predictions that didn't match the outcome that we saw. So just something to be said, but Not everything is going to be political, and it might not be that big of a deal or that deep, but just something to consider that I wanted to point out. So here's the format for the future prediction. The number, industry topic, trends that will define upcoming year or period, right? So the 6 content distribution channels about to explode before everyone catches on. Or the coming shift in email marketing, 5 changes to prepare for now. The 3 creators that will define YouTube in 2026. All pretty good. And this appeals to those who are listening or watching or reading who are more forward thinking, right? They love to know what's coming. Most of us do. And they want to avoid making mistakes as things come. They want to stay ahead of the curve. They want to avoid obsolescence. That's the future prediction. All right, here is the ultimate guide. This is number 8, the ultimate guide. So the ultimate guide to achieving desired outcome, everything you need to know in current year or current time period. So here are a few examples. The ultimate guide to podcast monetization, everything you need to know in 2025. The ultimate guide to building a personal brand that attracts dream clients. The ultimate guide to creating short form video that converts from strategy to execution. So this, again, positions this content that you're creating, again, no matter what platform it's on, as the authoritative resource, right? The most comprehensive authoritative resource. And of course, you have to support that with that comprehensive, authoritative, well-researched article, podcast, or video, but it makes it reference worthy. This isn't just like news. This is the ultimate resource to help you through or to something. All right, number 9, the question headline. And there's a million of these. There are so many different resources with different title frameworks, and these are my top 10 favorite that I've seen work really well and have used in different kinds of ways more recently, but there are loads of articles like this. If you just wanted a deep dive into hundreds in case 10 of these that I'm sharing today don't work, one of them should though, at least one. You can look online, just Google title frameworks and make sure it's more relevant and kind of for the specific platform perhaps that you choose to put your content on. So number 9, the question headline. Here's the format. Are you making this blank topic mistake? The cost/consequence might surprise you. Now, be careful with the end of that is very what I like to call BuzzFeedy. Remember BuzzFeed? It was like top 9 things that will help you make more money. Number 7 will blow your mind, right? Like that. You got to be careful because, people are sensitive to that. So it's something worth testing. However, the might surprise you part or might shock you part can work. And it does. It does work, but it can be overdone. So just be careful about that. So here are some examples, again, of the format. Are you making this adjective topic mistake? The cost/consequence might surprise you. Are you making this critical SEO mistake? The traffic cost might shock you. The cost to your business is unbelievable. Like if you wanted to lighten the little shock you part of it. Is your launch strategy missing this key element? It could double your results. Okay, now I need to read that. Could your content strategy be working against you? The data says it might. I like that. The data says it might. And now I'm expecting as a reader, viewer, listener to see some data like immediately when I start watching or reading or listening. So this engages the readers directly, right? It prompts the self-reflection because you're asking a question. Are you making this SEO mistake? Auditing or giving an opportunity for your audience in one way, shape, or form to audit themselves and the things that they're doing is a really smart way to just kind of take their mind off of, well, is this going to be a good article or not? Into, hey, am I doing something wrong? And what could this person or this article do to help me, get through that, right? It builds curiosity about a potential blind spot. Next, number 10, the before-after bridge. So the bridge being like, okay, from before to after, and here's the format. From current negative state to desired positive state, the adjective method approach. So from overwhelmed to optimized, the 3-step content system for busy founders. From invisible to in demand. I like that. It's a little creative. Invisible to in demand has that in part. You got to be careful with being too clever, but I do like that. Invisible to in demand, that makes sense. The authority building framework for new consultants. From invisible to in demand, the authority building framework for new consultants. You can include some how-tos in there as well, right? From invisible to in-demand, how to get clients fast or how to get your first clients by next week in 72 hours. I don't know. Again, I'm just demonstrating this that you're not going to know right away. Using these frameworks can help. They can help guide. You can rearrange and add, subtract, and just, again, go through many of them until you find that one that you're like, yes, that's the one I'm excited about filming. And then, of course, when you're more excited about filming it, your audience is going to be more excited about watching it or writing it and reading it or recording it and listening. From crickets to conversations, a client attracting approach to social media. I got that one from Claude, and I don't like that one so much. From crickets to conversations, again. Don't just follow what social media and AI is giving you. Get a gut reaction on how these feel and say it out loud. Imagine it in a person's inbox if it's an email. Imagine it showing up on YouTube. Use a tool called thumbsup.tv to include these titles so you can actually see them and what they might look like on a mobile device. And make sure your thumbnails, if you are doing it for YouTube's, work together with that title. You don't want to put the same words in the thumbnail. You want to have the thumbnail complement what it is that the title is expressing, almost as a part of the story or something that enhances or reinforces that curiosity gap. So the before-after bridge is great because, again, it shows you, like, here's where you are and here's where we're going. It speaks to the audience's current pain, paints a picture of the desired outcome, and suggests that you know how to get there. So those are the 10 content frameworks for you. Those 10, one more time, are the how-to promise, the numbered list, the curiosity gap, the mistake alert, the case study, the contrarian view, the future prediction, the ultimate guide, the question headline, and the before/after bridge. And we will have these on a nice, handy, easy to download PDF file over at smartpassiveincome.com/titles, plural. That's smartpassiveincome.com/titles. You'll have to gain access, if you don't have already, to our resource library, and it will be in there for you. So thank you for this. And if you wanted to do me a favor and not do what most people do, which is just listen to this and go, okay, that's cool, now I'm going to play the next episode, like, go and implement this. You can do this right now, in your car, on the toilet, on a walk, whatever. You can think about a title for something based on a seed idea that you have for a piece of content and just come up with various titles. Use tools to help you come up with even more, to find that one that really helps you go, yes, that's it. And then you can kind of reverse engineer that video and film it or record it or write it that way. That's your homework. Appreciate you. And again, one more time, smartpassiveincome.com/titles to get that resource. And if you'd like to go to the resource page with all the links and stuff for this particular episode, as well as that link that I just shared with you, it's all on our show notes page at smartpassiveincome.com/session864. Again, smartpassiveincome.com/session864. And I look forward to more episodes like this that are going to be helpful, stuff that you can implement right away. And speaking of implementation right away, before you go, hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to serving you in the next one. Cheers. Hey, fellow podcaster, does this sound like something you've experienced? Record your podcast episode on one platform, download the files, edit in another app, then fire up a different tool just to create these social clips. Well, it can be clunky, time-consuming, and frankly overwhelming, especially for creators trying to grow. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about Riverside. Riverside is the all-in-one platform. Record, edit, and repurpose your podcast content all in one place. You just log in, record with your guests no matter where you are in the world, and just like that, studio-quality audio and high-resolution video. We use Riverside here at SPI as well now. With built-in AI, I can automatically clean up my audio, saving myself so much editing time, and it can even auto-generate clips to make promoting the show a breeze. And with Magic Clips, I can grab the best moments and repurpose them as short-form video, perfect for YouTube Shorts, TikTok, or Instagram, without re-recording a thing. So if you're tired of juggling tools and want a faster, simpler way to create and scale your content, it's time to try Riverside, built by creators for creators. Just go to smartpassiveincome.com/Riverside and use code SMART to get 1 month free on the Pro plan. That's smartpassiveincome.com/Riverside, promo code SMART. I get it. You want to grow your business, but selling at scale feels overwhelming. You're drowning in complicated funnels, creating different lead magnets, or constantly posting on social media. And that gets exhausting fast, especially when you're trying to sell to hundreds or thousands of people. But what if you could sell at scale with a simple, powerful quiz? A Score app quiz or assessment asks your audience key questions and gives them instant personalized results based on their answers. Your audience gets to know where they are now and shows them the steps they need to hit their goals. You can set up a quiz in minutes using Score app's templates and have a powerful lead magnet that'll do the selling for you. The best part is your audience actually wants to take this quiz, and you build huge amounts of trust before you even make a single offer. No hard sales, no chasing leads, just value at scale. Get 50% off the first 3 months using the discount code SPI. Just head to scoreapp.com/SPI. Again, that's scoreapp.com/SPI.